Hello friends, this is Ashirwad here, and in this video I will be explaining you some interesting and useful string related functions. So in fact I have written them all here so we can first of all understand the meaning and the working of these functions, and then we'll be using it in a program. So the first function that we have to understand is length, and this function actually returns an integer value which is total number of characters. So for example, I have a string in which I have 3 characters. It will return 3 as an integer value. Okay, the next function we are going to see is concat, and it actually joins or concatenates 2 strings and returns the resulting thing in the form of a string. Okay, next is trim. This function simply it again returns a string value, but that string value will have no spaces before or after the string. Okay, after the resulting string. So if I have a string in which I give some extra spaces before it and after it, it will simply remove those spaces. The next function is toUpperCase, which simply converts a given string into uppercase letters or capital letters, and it also returns the result in the form of string. And similarly we have toLowerCase. It returns a string value again, but after converting the given string into all small letters or lowercase letters. And then at the last we have substring, and it actually returns some portion or some characters from the given string, and of course you have to specify the position from where you can start taking out characters. So we'll understand the substring function in detail later on. So let us begin. So I have made a program here in which I have declared a string type of variable s, and its value is my country is great. And just observe it that in my string m is capital, c is capital, I is capital, and great is written in all capital letters. So we'll be testing our functions on this particular string. Okay, so let us begin. The first function is of course length, and to test length function I am going to declare an integer variable n, and in this n I am going to store the length of s. Okay, so how do I use length function? You have to write the string variable from which you want to or on which you want to perform the function. So in this case it is s, and put a dot sign, and then you will be able to use the string function whatever it is you want to use. Okay, so in this case I want to use length function. So as you can see in my IntelliSense window it appears, and here you can see it says that it returns integer value, and that is exactly what I want. So that's it. We have stored the length of the given string. I can simply print it on screen. J option pane dot show message dialog null comma n. So when I run this program I should see the total number of characters in the given string. And remember guys, the number of characters means it includes the spaces also, and it includes any extra symbol if it is there. So let us count the length manually. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19. So this string as you can see has 19 characters. So when I run the program I should see the message box saying 19. So that's it. So you know now how length function works. Moving on to our next function, and this is actually the concat function. So what I'm going to do is I have to have another string variable s2, and in this I write some text country. Okay, now I want to join these two strings in a way that I have a resulting string which says my country is great country. So that way I'm going to join. So as you can see in the description that it returns a string value. Okay, in fact all the string functions I have written here return string value except for this length function. So from now on you have to remember that all these functions we are going to discuss are going to return string values. So in this program I declare one more string variable with the name result, and in this I'm going to store the concatenated or joined string, so and by using concat function. So let us use it. Now with what you want to join s2, it is s, and what you write here is dot concat, and in the bracket you write s2 as what you can see. So this is how we use it, and the resulting string, the joined string, is returned or given to this variable result. So when I simply print the value of this result variable, as what you can see, I should have the joined string. That's it. Okay, my country is great country. Now I want to have some space in between these two words, great country. So this is not coming automatically because you have not specified any space. As I told earlier, space is also part of string. So to have a space here, what you can do is you can give a space after this T like this, or you can give space before this C. And now when you run this program, you should see a space between great and country. So I hope this concat function is clear to you. Moving on to our next function, this is trim, and to test out trim we deliberately gave some extra spaces. Let me count them: 1 2 3 4 5 here, and 1 2 3 4 5 here. And let me get rid of this thing. Now I have given 5 spaces before and 5 spaces after this string, and let me actually count the length of the string by using length function first, and let me show it to you. Null comma n, and when you run the program you should see 29. Okay, so this is including the spaces which I have put before and after the string. So now I declare one more string variable, for example result, and in this variable I will store this string after removing these extra spaces. So I'll put s dot trim, and our job is done. So now if you print the length, let me take out the length of this result now, s, or in this case it is result dot length. Okay, now when I print this value of n again using this message dialog box, I should see some reduced quantity that will show up that the spaces are gone. So let me run it actually and see what happens. So the first message is of course the actual length including spaces, and when you press OK you are going to see another message, and clearly the 10 spaces, 5 before and 5 after, are gone. So this is how we use the trim function. So let me delete everything. Moving on to our next function, toUpperCase. Now it simply converts a given character into all capital letters. So we can simply declare a string, and there you can write s dot toUpperCase. Okay, now when you print the value of this s2, just observe what happens when I run this. That's it. All the string, the entire string is converted into all capital letters, as what you can see. So this is how toUpperCase function works. And similarly, in place of toUpperCase, if you use toLowerCase, you will have all the characters converted into lowercase letters or small case letters. So when you run this, you should see the result in all small letters. So I believe this uppercase and lowercase thing is quite easy for you, quite easy to understand. The next function, which is substring function, is a bit tricky to understand. So let us first declare a new string containing this world, and there is no space in the string, as what you can see here. Now what I want is, I want to take out some characters or some portion of this given string, and for the same I am going to use the substring function. So as substring function also returns a string, so I must declare another string, let's say result, and I will write result is equal to. Now in this variable result, I am going to store all the characters from 4th index. Okay, remember what I want to take out all characters from the 4th position. Now as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, that every string character has a unique index associated with it. The index always starts from 0. So the letter T in this case has index 0, the letter H has 1, the letter I has 2, and this goes on. So what I want is, I want to take out the character from position 4. So what that mean is 1 0 1 2 3 4. So I want to take out this world. Okay, simple as that. So s dot, the function is substring, and s dot substring, and inside the bracket you have to write the starting index. Okay, so this is 4 in my case. So let us now print the value of this result, and let's see what happens. I run the program now, and as you can see, it appears. So I hope this is clear to you, that how to take out characters using substring function. Now this substring function has one more version, I should say, which takes 2 parameters. Okay, so let me write them first. The first parameter is of course the starting index. I give it 3, and what if I give it another parameter, for example 6. Okay, so it seems that this 6 is the stopping index. Okay, which it is, but the thing is, this function will start taking out characters from position 3, index 3, and it will stop taking characters at index 5, not 6. This is very important for you to remember. Okay, so let us test this out. I'm going to run it now. So what value you have? SWO. So how did we get this value? It started taking the characters out from index 3. So what character do we have at index 3? 0, 1, 2, 3. So it is the character S. And starting from 3, we have to stop at 5, which is 6 minus 1. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, and then stop. So this is how we get SWO as the result. So always remember, guys, that in this version of substring function, the taking out characters process will stop at whatever you write here as a second parameter minus 1 position. Okay, so this is a bit tricky in this function. So that's it for this video. I hope you have understood all the functions I have discussed here well, and if you still have any doubts or questions, do let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Do like and subscribe.